So yeah, he's gonna be their school janitor. Exciting, Glenn! You hate your job now, you'll hate it even more. There's a little tunnel, a little cavity. I won't say any other word for it. Little cavity through here, and this is where the OHAI sign is. Like, what? I don't know why I'm getting the cutscene again, but you know, I'm not. Oh, I can close it. Ow. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. It's been officially 1 day now, post new map. Post new map. Oh my gosh, guys, I still can't believe we're like in the new map now. Today's video, I thought I would make a little Easter egg, like hidden details, secrets in the new Bloxburg map. I feel like this is something that everyone wants to like find. You know, everyone loves little Easter eggs and like secrets. I do have like a list of things I've already found. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Some of them, I don't even know if they're considered Easter eggs, but I'm just gonna add them anyways, okay? Definitely let me know if I missed anything. Like, I'll ask Froggy if I have a good amount of them. But the first one I wanna go to, and I actually missed it in my update video. I saw it when I was editing it, but I forgot to mention it. But if you go right in between fancy furniture and like this filler building, we have a graffiti. We have a mural of the OG Bloxburg map. Welcome to Bloxburg. Look at that. Ain't that cute? It has Coeptus on it too, his little graffiti signature sort of thing. But yeah, so if you're ever feeling nostalgic, like, I miss the old map. I miss when it was 80% trees. Oh, who said that? Who said that? You can come here and always take a look at it, but there's also a lot of references to the old map that you can look at too. All right, coming at number 2, if we go all the way back here around the Lakeview Heights neighborhood, I think that's where my house is. Anyways, if you go over here by the waterfall that just flows through through this bridge here, there's actually a secret behind the waterfall, and I feel like this is just one of those obvious things. Like, everyone just is really curious about things behind the waterfall, but if you go behind it, I actually found this through the free cam, and I was a little shocked, but if you climb through this little tunnel, a little scary, not gonna lie, but you just walk through a bit, you may find some stuff. You just gotta walk through a bit though. It's like a little maze, to be honest. I don't know exactly what. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Okay, you know what? I didn't fully explore this. I just saw a little bit of it through the free camera. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it just keeps going. But there's a very scary room. Yeah, so if you walk down here, it's just a really creepy like cave with torches everywhere. I don't know why this is here. I'm very scared. I'm very scared. Oh, you can plant stuff here? No, you can't. Okay, I was about to say. But yeah, that is secret number 2, the weird scary like torch room inside the waterfall. I saw a little bit of this and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, yeah. All right, so coming at number 3, if you actually head over to the observatory and you go up this like little pathway up here to this viewing point. I think it's called a viewing point, not a lookout point. I guess it don't matter. There's this sign here that says Victor's View. As you guys know, some names in this game are references to things. And if you've been playing this game for a while, you would know Victor has his own furniture set in the game, the Victor's Victorian furniture. I think that's what it was. And also, there was a Victor that we helped out in the Halloween questline. I believe this is an Easter egg, and I think it's great. Victor's View. Okay, coming on number 4, I feel like this is one of the more obvious things if you looked into build mode and if you explored a little bit of Bloxburg Central at the bus stop. You TP here to Bloxburg Central to City Hall, they actually have like this miniature of the old Bloxburg map. And yeah, once again, you can get this in build mode for 400 block bucks. I see why they didn't give it to us for free, because look how big this like miniature is. It's probably one of the biggest miniatures ever, and rightfully as it should be, because yeah, this is just a classic memory here of the Bloxburg map with the Ferris wheel. Like, this is a exact layout. Exact layout. You got the gas station, you got campsite. I can't believe it, guys. Wow. And then I just love how there's running water. All right, coming at number 5, if you actually go to the Bloxburg water tower, which is one of the new things, of course, on this new map, they actually have a Coeptus graffiti written on top of it. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. This was a really interesting find because, yeah, it's just, you do a lot of free camera movements, you'll notice some stuff. There you go. In memory of Coppletus, rest in peace. He's not dead, don't worry. Gosh, I just love looking at the map from up here. Like, look at that. That is... Okay, if you fast travel to Cape Beacon, just to get a little bit of a closer view, you actually go over here with your free camera, or you actually like swim out here yourself to this like little island. You will notice that there is a little basketball with grass on top of it. This is actually a reference to a movie called, I think, Castaway. A lot of you guys told me about this. I did not know it. But it's a reference to a movie called Castaway where a stranded guy named this thing Wilson because he wanted company. So in case you're confused like I was, that's what it's referencing to. All right, coming at number 7. I didn't know why I didn't test this out before. But yeah, the lighthouse, as you can see, currently during the day, it doesn't, light is turned off, which makes sense because, you know, it's already bright out. You gotta save some power. But if you do turn it nighttime, the light will turn on. Ooh, look at that. As a lighthouse would. The light is shining bright. Boom, easy to spot right there. If you come over here to the plains, the green, what's it called? The Greenland? Greenfield. Greenland? The Greenfield Plains. You notice on my update video, I mentioned something like this square right here, and I thought it was gonna be out for like a future plot for like houses and stuff. Yeah, no, this is actually going to be the event plot. And Froggy told me this himself, so I will credit the frog because I completely got this wrong. Which means, yes, I don't know everything. See, I don't know a lot of things. And what gave it away really was the fact that there is just one green square plot. There's no other ones around here. And also, there's a parking spot. Yeah, this is the event plot on the map. In case you're wondering, you know, if the seasonal updates were to come out, where would that event plot be? This is the spot. So yeah, I just want to point that out in case people were confused. And all right, so coming at number 9, the street signs. Yes, all the street signs have a very interesting name, such as the one behind me right now, Tom the First Street. I just noticed this. Ocean Avenue. Yes, Ocean Avenue is a reference to a song. I don't know by who, but I was told it was a reference to a song. Coeptus Street, we still have Coeptus Street as well. Billy Goat Street. Thomas First. Tom the First. Why does Thomas and Tom? Interloop Highway. Interloop Highway. Just the details. That's why I combined this as a fun hidden details video, because I don't think I'm gonna get all the Easter eggs in the world, so we're gonna get as many as possible. Coming at number 10, Meme Camp. Yes, this was a sign I discovered in my update video, but all of these signs have references to names. Meme is Meme Camp. If you guys remember the Bloxburg News channel of the broadcast guy going meh. And also, if you notice from the cutscenes that we recently been watching, a lot of people were just like meh. So I'm pretty sure that's just the normal language now in the Bloxburg. Okay, I was also told in the comments there was a sunken TV and microphone at the bottom of this waterfall, and I don't know if that's true or not. Ah! Wow, I literally went all the way around even though it was right here. So yeah, look! Guys! What? That's TV and microphone. The bottom of the waterfall. This is the news guy. It's him. It's free. Breaking news. It's free. Woman owns astonishing 78 cats. Blame John. It's free. Miralisis Illuminati waffle. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's a fun little detail right there. All right, I honestly do not want to climb this mountain again. But coming at number 12, there's actually a figure on the peak of Peak Mountain. Why do I not remember the names of any of these things? It's the deliriousness. Yeah, if you go to Peak Mountain over here, and you climb all the way to the top, which I did last time in my update video, there's actually a little figure up here with the flag. And this is pretty much like the Mount Everest of Bloxburg. There's just this guy here. Look at this little noob. Putting the flag up like, yes, Bloxburg, we made it. And this is the highest point of the map. If you do make it up here, congratulations! Made it up the Mount Everest of Bloxburg. Coming at number 13, we're here at Peak Camp. There's a few things I want to mention here. Obviously, one of the signs here says there's turtles. But yeah, if you go into the pond here, I actually found the turtles. If you watch the cutscene, they said that there were animals that also decided to move into this map. But yeah, the turtles are here. They're really well animated. animated. They look great. Very good job today, animator. Oh my gosh. Terraflan, I believe. He did amazing. He made the birds, he made the insects, the butterflies, and all of that. Yeah. But also, there's a sign. There's a sign in the pond as well. It says Helen von wait. Helen Heights. It's a rusty sign that says Helen Heights. Was that? No, Helen was Victor's wife, yeah? This is Victor's wife, Helen von Vlox.
Helen,
the voice I gave her.
thou able to see me? I am Helen, the mistress of this mansion.
Helen von Vlox. I said Helga. Oh my gosh, she's haunting me. But yeah, Helen Heights. So coming at I think this is number 14. This is not really like an Easter egg or anything like that. I think this is a fun small detail to add. So if you do manage to find yourself working here after you deliver a pizza to your customer, it actually brings you an arrow that leads you back to Pizza Planet. This is a fun little detail as well, because not only is it a fun detail, but it's also a great like accessibility thing. Since this is a new map, people are going to get lost on it. People want a GPS. They want like a little mini map or some sort of map menu in the phone or something. I couldn't agree more. I hope they add that in the future. But yeah, it brings you back to Pizza Planet in case you ever get lost. We're all new here. Alright, so coming at number 15, this is another small detail, and it's actually like a feature, and most people are very, very curious about it, so this should probably answer question. But yeah, there's now speed limits in Bloxburg. If you're in your neighborhood or within the town, you will notice this little debuff, I guess, in a way. And it says speed limit zone. Your vehicle moves slower in this area. But yeah, there's just speed limits now. But once you exit the area, it'll disappear and your vehicle will return back to its normal speed. I believe this is mainly for performance purposes, and they definitely hear us out on this. I think there's chances for it to be removed eventually, but for now it's in place because of performance. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's because we don't have everything loaded right away, so if we start zooming through the map and load everything really quickly, it might end up like crashing the game or something. I'm not too entirely sure exactly, but all I know is it's performance based. Honestly, I do not mind it that much, and also it's really realistic. So like obviously if you were to go into a real life neighborhood, you have a speed limit that you must follow. And I know this is a game and not everything has to be realistic, but I think that's pretty interesting, In a way, I think of another positive thing about it is that we're too quick to explore or too quick to go to certain places. We don't really take the time to like appreciate, certain parts of the map. So slowing down a bit lets us kind of, look around a bit more and be like, oh yeah, this is wow. Or you could probably notice how terrible something is. I don't know. That's just my very delusional outlook on it. All right, so coming at number 16, but apparently there's a secret room behind fancy furniture. I have no idea. I have never seen it before. All I heard was that from the comments there was like a secret room that you can enter. I don't know. I heard there was like a homeless shelter or like some sort of secret room. Hold on. Apparently it's like around here or something. What? Wait a second. It's right here. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is my first time actually seeing it. What? Okay, so some people are speculating this is where Susan lives, but I feel like this is just like maybe like, this alleyway is already a little sketchy itself. As you can see, there's a lot of trash and storage and stuff. I feel like this is just a secret, like maybe like a homeless person sort of spot where they can live if they don't own a house and stuff. So this is a really interesting detail. Whoa. No, literally, it is my first time seeing it. I just heard about it in the comments, but I haven't seen it. So this is really cool. And you can watch TV. Like, this is all interactive. So this is really neat. I think that's cool. How did I not notice? I didn't notice the see-through. I was like actually looking for it for a bit, but I didn't see that. All right, so coming at number 17, if you actually go to the Bloxburg Cave, this is a return of an old Easter egg from the old map, so I'm not surprised that this has come back. Caves, and you dig down a bit, there's actually a secret noob celebration. Let me find it first. Hold on, I'm going to cheat. I think it's right here. I found it. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's right here. All right, so so this is a return for the old map. You have the noobs celebrating the ticks here from mining in the actual Bloxburg Cave. So there's that little window right here. Pretty cool that they brought this back. I feel like, I feel like they had the plans to keep these little Easter eggs anyway. So, all right, so coming at number 18, as you guys can see behind me, Glenn no longer has his tiny building for his janitorial services. Instead, he has this tent, and this tent happens to be camped right outside the soon-to-be school that's under construction right now. And this is pretty much the hint that the janitor job will now be moving inside the school. So yeah, he's gonna be their school janitor. Exciting, Glenn! You hate your job now, you'll hate it even more. But yeah, I believe this was maybe mentioned or something in a future roadmap. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. Yes. I mean, it's kind of obvious. He'll probably have his own office or something, or closet in the school. So that's gonna be exciting. All right, so coming at number 19, Robert the Sponge. Froggy told me his name was Robert the Sponge, but there's actually a little SpongeBob meme that's actually here near this dock sort of area. I think this is where you would look at that. See, I told you this was like a little yacht shaped or boat shaped sort of like water entrance or something, like a future thing. Right now there will be like boats in Bloxburg eventually, I bet, because of this. Like, this is a perfectly boat shaped. That's besides the point. If you were to go into the water here a little bit and swim, I'm not sure exactly where it is. I think it's over here. Oh yeah, there it is. Found it. We have the pineapple and the sponge. I believe this was an old Easter egg from the previous map as well. But yeah, this is pretty much a SpongeBob meme. But as you know, as Froggy Hop said, Robert the Sponge. Yeah, technically, I guess it's called Robert the Sponge for copyright reasons, you know? Look at that. All right, so coming at number 20, this is also an old detail Easter egg from the previous map, but behind the Bloxburg movie theater, there is actually a ladder that leads up to the rooftop, and then of course another ladder that leads up to this little room over here, and inside is kind of the old storage of the Beats Nightclub. It's whatever's left of what Beats Nightclub was. So you have the big old sign here, you have like just some storage, you know, just some storage. But we've seen this already from the old map, but if you're a returning player or you're new, this is a little fun detail. We used to have a nightclub. If you go like back here, there's a little writing that says Dom was here. I don't even know who Dom is. We don't know who Dom is, but that's probably one of the oldest Easter eggs as well, I believe, from the old map because it's in City Hall. All right, so coming at number 22, the Seashell Trophy. So this was really difficult to find, but I ended up finding it. If you fast travel to the Cape Beacon, this will get you the closest from fast traveling to the Seashell. Use any of the bus stop. If you take a good swim out here, you'll notice that the Wilson Island, I'm gonna call it Wilson Island now. That's what I'm gonna do because of the reference, the Castaway movie thing. If you go near Wilson Island by the Lighthouse, this is where actually the seashell will spawn. And I think it's like around this side of the rock, but I think it like spawns around here. So don't be disappointed if you don't find it. It spawns like every like 10 to 15 minutes or something, but it will be on this side of the island, Wilson Island. Yeah, that sounds great. That's a great name. This is also a really fairly old Easter egg that was from the old map because it's inside this building, but inside Bloxburger's stock room, there is actually a little box that with a post-it note that says, "Hey Bloxburgers," and this is something that the community managers and developers say quite frequently. Now in Swedish, there's a similar one, except it's instead of a Y, there's a J, but it's pronounced the exact same, I believe. So yeah, hey Bloxburgers. Yeah, that's pretty old. I thought I'd mention it anyways if I'm making a video on the new map with. So if you guys remember one of the other Easter eggs I pointed out earlier, the street sign of Billy Goat Street. And from one of the fast travels, if you click on the bus stop, there's one at the very top called Billy Goat High. I believe this is what the name of the school is going to be. Just a little wild guess, Billy Goat High. And once again, it's on Billy Goat Street. So I'm assuming you know, that's the name of the high school, most likely. And also, could Billy Goat be our mascot? Our school mascot? So yeah, that's just kind of my like little conspiracy. I mean, we know Billy Goat High will probably be the name of the school. I like that because we do have the Goat Simulator little Easter egg as well in build mode, and because of Coffee Stain and Goat Simulator, so that would be really cool if Bloxburg did have a goat as a mascot. What an interesting idea though. Oh yeah, here you go. See, the goats. All right, so last but certainly not least, I'm actually super glad I saved this one for last because it's such an iconic one, you know, especially from the old map, but the OHAI poster. If you guys remember from the old map, you would have to hang glide to a wall and then walk all the way around the wall to just see this poster, and it is on this map. You go to Greenfield Plains and you see these little wind turbine windmill thingies, and also where the fake forest is, that's pretty clear. The OHAI poster is actually, I'm just gonna free cam this one now. I'm not even gonna go to it, but you guys can you can still go here. I can show you guys. I think if you go over this way, it's like, oh my gosh, you can kind of see like the edge of the map too. But if you go over here, there's a little tunnel, a little cavity. I won't say any other word for it. Little cavity through here, and this is where the OHAI sign is. Like, what? And it is a lot easier to access now, so there's no like crazy wall climbing, hang gliding sort of thing that we have to do. But yeah, that is where the OHAI decal is. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so glad they added this back in the new map. If you need a point of interest, it's near the edge of the world and near the fake trees. I kind of like to use this big old rock here as a reference to where the thing is, but yeah, in Greenfield Plains, all the way in the corner. Pretty fun find. Most, if not all of the Easter eggs or secrets that is in the new Bloxburg map. Let me know if I missed anything else, because I probably did. Who knows? But how are you guys holding up on the new map? Do you love it? Are you okay, like neutral about it? Do you dislike it? Is it growing on you? I personally love this new map. It's great. And they are making fixes and adjustments with it as we speak. It's just gonna get better from here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!